Hi, you're here. Let's discuss Lana Del Rey's statement that she put out concerning her feelings on the. So let's read it. Question for the culture. Now that Doja Cat, Ariana, Camilla, Cardi B, Kehlani, and Nicki Minaj and Beyonce have had number ones with songs about being sexy, wearing no clothes, having sex, cheating, etc., can I please go back to singing about being embodied, feeling beautiful by being in love, even if the relationship is not perfect, or dancing for money, or whatever I want, without being crucified or saying that I'm glamorizing abuse? I'm fed up with female writers and alternative singers saying that I glamorize abuse when in reality I'm just a glamorous person, singing about the realities of what we are all now seeing are very prevalent emotionally abusive relationships all over the world. With all of the topics women are finally allowed to explore, I just want to say over the last 10 years, I think it's pathetic that my minor lyrical exploration detailing my sometimes submissive or passive roles in my relationships has often made people say I've set women back hundreds of years. Let this be clear. I'm not a feminist, but there has to be a place in feminism for women who look and act like me. The kind of woman who says no, but men hear yes. All women. The kind of woman who are slated mercilessly for being their authentic, delicate selves. The kind of women who get their own stories and voices taken away from them by stronger women or by men who hate women. I've been honest and optimistic about the challenging relationships I've had. Newsflash, that's just how it is for many women. And that was sadly my experience up until the point that those records were made. So I just want to say it's been a long 10 years of BS reviews up until recently, and I've learned a lot from them. But I also feel it really paved the way for other women to stop putting on a happy face and to just be able to say whatever they wanted in their music. Unlike my experience where if I even expressed a note of sadness in my first two records, I was deemed literally hysterical as though it was literally the 1920s. Anyways, none of this has anything to do about much, but I'll be detailing some of my feelings in the next two books of poetry, mostly the second one, with Simon & Schuster. Yes, I'm still making personal reparations with the proceeds of the books to my choice of Native American foundations, which I'm very happy about. And I'm sure there will be tinges of what I've been pondering in my new album that comes out September 5th. Thanks for reading. Happy quarantining. Cool. So let's talk about that. So the problem in this is that there is a juxtaposition of her against these other women. And she's kind of virtue signaling and implying that her experiences are more real or authentic than theirs are because she's not talking about sex. Even though that is also a part of women's experiences. Like, women can like and enjoy sex, and that's fine. I understand if she feels like because she's not writing about sex explicitly that she hasn't been able to progress as far because sex sells. Not gonna debate that, not gonna refute that. As Amanda says, nostalgia sells better than sex, but that's not working out for Miss Ray because she has a very airy, I wish for those times thing going on, and that's not working for her. So in music, sex sells better than nostalgia, and if you can get them both, that works even better. But when she calls out these specific women, Doja Cat, Ariana, Camilla, Cardi B, Kehlani, Nicki Minaj, and Beyonce, and then she says, I'm fed up with female writers and alt singers saying that I glamorize abuse when in reality I'm just a glamorous person. Because she named those specific people, it sounds like later when she says the second part that that's who she's referring to. And truly, the people who might be saying, oh, Lana Del Rey glamorizes abuse, are probably not these women because they're not pressed. They have whole careers going on. Oh, the majority of the people who give this criticism are likely not these women or female writers in general. It's probably fans or fan adjacent people who are consuming her music. And honestly, this would have gone a lot better if she had just said, hey, I have received this criticism from fans, from consumers about my music. Because right now she's pitting herself against these other women, and she's also pitting herself against them singing about sex, which comes off as kind of like ooh, I'm a holier than thou, slut shaming kind of thing, which is like 2020 bad decisions. She is putting herself in opposition to them for, having these top songs. And she's choosing the time when, okay, it's not always a race thing, but we do have to acknowledge that she did. But right now, at the time that this situation is happening, the 4 women at the top of the charts are all women of color. They all have at least one black parent going on for them. They black adjacent something. They be saying the N-word and people don't yell at them. That's not a good bar, but they are women of color. That's what we're going with. And not a great time to be doing that. Especially when you want to, name and shame those women in particular, and because how many artists are on here? Out of the 7 artists that she named, 5 of them are women of color. Camila is Latina, but she's white. She's white. Ariana, I'm not... She's also white. I'm not about to go into this Africana Grande thing with y'all. I'm simply not going to do it. But she does put out bops. That's not what we're talking about. So, these 7 women are not on some crusade to crucify her. It's not happening. I don't know what she's talking about. I would like a receipt. Because even if she's not trying to accuse these women, that's how this comes off. And she has to know better than that. So what's about to happen is she's about to have to release an apology. She's going to have to. She's going to have to make a little follow-up statement. Hey guys, let's just do the whole thing. It's going to be text just like this. Probably the same little typewriter font she has going. Hey everyone, I just wanted to clear up that I have nothing against these women. I think that they all have made leaps and bounds in the type of progress they've been able to make in their ability to promote themselves and work hard, and I don't want to discredit that. But I have faced a lot of backlash on the type of music that I've released, and I'm just speaking from my authentic experiences, which is going to imply that they aren't, and then she's going to have to double back and apologize for that too. She put herself in this hole that she shouldn't be in because she should have just sat there and ate her food, and it's fine. She didn't have to say anything at all, but because she chose to, she's gonna have to address it. And then to name the 7 probably most successful women in the past 5 years in music, now you have all of their stans being like, what you said? Huh? I just feel like this was a setup for this not to go well for her. It wasn't going to happen for her. So something else I want to address about this is in like the second stanza. Uh, Let this be clear. I'm not a feminist, but let this be clear. I'm not a feminist, but there has to be a place in feminism for women who look and act like me. Sis, I need you to get with the program. The point of feminism, and I had to learn this too. I'm not being like condescending, I know better than you, but it's like, at this point, you should know that one of the main things people are trying to accomplish within feminism is making space for all women to be able to live their most productive and authentic lives. And that includes women who hold traditional values. Like, this is something that we've learned, that has been taught to us, that has been taught to me as a person. And that's something that, you know, people have done a lot of work trying to get other people to understand about feminism. You know, it's not just like only the women who don't want kids, who want to be in the workplace, who want to be bosses. That's the only people we're making space for, and every other type of woman gets left behind. Like, that's not what we're going for. It's just not. And we're trying to leave space for you. But what you're doing here is reductive. It's not helping us progress. We're trying to move forward and drag you up with us, because even though your music is different, they're, in general, why am I saying your? Listen, I addressed Lana Del Rey in this video directly. I know Lana Del Rey is not watching this video, but I've already recorded for a long time. So, that's what it is. Okay, so she's talking about, you know, being groundbreaking, paving the way for other women to write sad music, to stop putting on a happy face. That's also something feminists have been working towards. And she's saying that if she expresses a note of sadness in her first two records, she was deemed literally hysterical, as though it were the 1920s. Okay, well, how do I say this without sounding like I'm trying to gaslight Lana Del Rey, right? Her saying, you know, I'm not a feminist, I'm just glamorous. Like, this very... the way she's approaching it feels old-timey and antiquated. That's really the vibe that this whole thing gives off. And then she's leaning into it with the typewriter font. Is like, you are really going for a theme, really trying to tie it all together, make sure it's cohesive. But I feel like maybe a jungle theme, and, you know, nautical. Like, there are other themes you could have gone with besides I'm a little out of touch with the times. Not the best one to go with. I'm not saying that she's being a stunt queen, but this was stupid of her to do. Sorry, Lana stans, this wasn't it. This looks bad on her. It looks slut-shamey and it looks bad. Let's be real here. But she does make sure that she gets this promo in for her poetry book and her next album, which, like, smart of her? Definitely. Listen, you gotta get the bag, you know? Obviously, she's been struggling for the past 10 years, so if this is what's gonna put her over the edge, and... Alright. Choices. Those hookers. Let me tell you how this reads to a person now, like a young person now, who's like kind of liberal. I'm not like the rest of these hoes out here writing about sex and being a whore. I'm in my house, okay, writing about how I stick by my man, even if he's emotionally abusive. And you know, other women can relate, so why aren't I at the top of the charts? I'm raw, I'm real, I'm honest about my experiences in my music. And I have been for the last decade. Unlike these new girlies, Kehlani, Nicki Minaj, Camilla, Cardi B. When did y'all even get here, huh? 2014? I had 2 albums out by then, okay? I don't know if that's true. But I had those out, okay? I've been doing this. I've been trying to run the game. Failing. But I've been trying to run the game, okay? I speak for women. Where's the space for me? I've been speaking for women, so where's my space? Why aren't I at the top of the charts? Why isn't it me? These women at the top of the charts, they are coming for me. They're preying on my downfall, as Brittany Broski would say. They're preying on my downfall. They are. These specific 7 women, they're preying on my downfall. Stream my album when it comes out in September. Do it. Read my poetry books. I'm here to speak for women. Women! I'm here to speak for you. Honestly. Not just about sex. Not out here being a hoe. I'm here to speak what you've been thinking this whole time through my sad tunes. Yeah? Okay? So we'll be streaming the album and we'll be buying the poetry books. Don't forget, the natives. It will be benefiting them. Because they have women too. Native women exist. September 5th, we'll be streaming, we'll be buying the poetry books, correct? Simon & Schuster is one of the big 5. Don't get it twisted. I can write music, and I can do a book. 2 of them. Newsflash. I built this. And I deserve it. I've been around. Cardi B got popular, 2017? For what? Being a stripper? Letting myself stay in relationships that no longer serve me for the last 10 years. And y'all ain't like that. Y'all not ready for that. You're just not. But when am I going to get my props, huh? I'm Lana Del Rey. Wow. That is me doing Lana Del Rey, doing a black scent, because that's what women do, and because she said for the culture when she started this. Because you know how white women like to, when they're angry, they like to, black scent. It comes out. A little bit of, I'm hood, I'm gangsta, y'all don't want to meet my alter ego, Lana Delisha. They love it. You know what? I'm not trying to say she's worse than she is. I'm not saying Lana Del Rey is a racist. At all. Okay, that sounds like I am saying that, but I'm not. Okay. Lana Del Rey has not done a black scent just because she used a phrase that she had no business using. I do not want to catastrophize this. I'm just trying to critique her for the things she actually did wrong, which is her juxtaposing herself against these women and them writing about their sexuality. Because I don't want y'all to be like, Lana Del Rey is not a racist, because that's not the point I'm making, and I know that's the one y'all are going to want to latch on to, but that's not what I'm saying, and you have to know that. Because I'm saying it to you now. Gotcha. Great. Question for the culture. I can't imagine her even typing this. Did she get her black intern to write that for her? Because this is silly. I'm glamorizing abuse? I mean, I am glamorous, but I don't glamorize abuse. I've never liked Lana Del Rey's music. So I don't want y'all to think and I want to be upfront about that, but that doesn't have anything to do with this, okay? This is sloppy of her. And if she were one of my faves, it would still be sloppy. Beyonce has never done anything like this. And she is way more successful. So it's not that hard. I'm sorry. Y'all want to say she's in the Illuminati, but where's the proof? You don't have any because she what? Just works hard and minds her own business. Isn't that crazy? When was the last time we had a Beyonce scandal? I would like to know. I would like for someone to tell me. I would like for someone to tell me when. Oh, you can't. It's like, I don't know what she was trying to accomplish by saying this publicly. Like, this feels like a journal entry for close friends. Is she trying to say, don't criticize me anymore? I was deemed literally hysterical. Deemed by who? I would like for you to say their names. That's whose names I want to see in this. I would like names. I would like for you to go through your Yelp reviews on your album and be like, Cameron King said, while I enjoy her music sonically, I feel her music is perpetuating and romanticizing toxic relationships. I want you to call that person out. I want you to call them out. And I want you to say, Cameron, that's some BS. That's what I want. I want you to find them, create your little listicle, find all those people and call them out by name, because those are the people you want. Because now you've invoked the wrath of all of these women's fans, the same type of stans that gave you the courage to post this. These other 7 women have them, and now they're about to come get ya. They are. They're coming to get ya, because this wasn't it. Don't name drop. Don't name drop. Say what you mean. Say what you mean, Miss Ray. Miss King. Queen. What you said? Let me find the exact quote. The exact quote. The tactful and truthful, honest quote.
2020 is the year of being specific about what you're angry about and calling out the right people. I'm looking at you, white people. If you're gonna call out the industry, call out the industry and the journalists, not the POC and the black girls who going through the same shit as you and probably worse. Oh, yeah.
That's all I really have to say about this. I'm either expecting a follow-up statement or an apology video. But you all can learn from this. Don't be like Lana Del Rey. We're in quarantine, so don't say anything sloppy if you don't have to. Bye.